Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Avril again, and I am here with new information about what intentions are we setting into our life, right? So every time we do something in our life, what are we intending for the outcome to be? That's what we're answering today in this video, okay? So in this video, I want to talk about a lot of things when it comes to relationships, work, school, life decisions. Honestly, a lot of things apply to this. So first thing I do want to talk about is being authentic and true to yourself. Why do I bring that up? I bring authenticity up because it's important that you understand that when you are going to clarify what intention you are expressing out into the world, you have to have a knowledge that this intention will play out in your outcome. It's like when you are trying to identify what is my true intention, when you ask yourself that, right? When you ask yourself, what is the purpose of me graduating? What is the purpose of me taking this role? What is the purpose of me joining this group? Like, what is this purpose? You have to understand that your intentions in this third dimensional world have limits or have constraints to them in some sense, right? Different constraints. That's the beautiful part of this. So I'm going to talk about a duality with your intentions. So your intentions can be authentic or they can be false, right? Inauthentic intentions, authentic intentions nobody can take away. Authentic intentions are things like, I intend to gain something memorable. I intend to grow from this experience. I intend to gain communication skills. Those are things people can't take away from you, right? They're fulfilled usually within. So those are authentic intentions. False intentions are things that are numerical values, bonuses, acknowledgement, prizes, raises, like all those things are false intentions because these are perceived intentions that you think will bring you happiness, they'll bring you joy. But once they're achieved, you continue to feel lack. Again, this is another reason why it's important you understand what is your true intention before you go on and spend time doing the thing that doesn't fulfill what you truly want in your heart, right? What I mean by this is once you clarify where your intention lies in this duality that I just placed for you guys, again, if you look at my past video, I talk about how you shouldn't focus on duality. That's when you're clearing emotion, which this is why this video ties in with this one. I don't want you guys to worry if your intention falls in the false intention. It's fine. This is when we begin to clear more emotions, right? So let's say your goal was to graduate 2020 in front of everybody in the whole public eye, just to say you graduated. That was a false intention because that can be taken away. And as we have seen with the current situation, a lot of people were taken away from that, right? And because we were taken away from that, maybe here was a moment people had to clear an emotion, right? They had emotions of not worthy, and that's why they have to show up in front of people, right? We have to graduate in honors, we have to show them that we're educated. That's why you should be doing or should know why you're intending to do what you're doing. And that's why it goes hand in hand with clearing emotions. So again, when you clarify intentions, you expose a lot of emotions that you have to clear. This is just something you do when you're just trying to know if you're being real. That's it. Like, am I being real to myself? Am I being real to what I want to do at the end, right? My mom used to say this to me all the time. Let's say there was times that I would answer in a very aggressive manner, and she knew it was because of my anger with her from past moments. And I would always be like, I'm not mad at you, Mom. And she would be like, the only person you lie to is yourself. And now at this moment when I like look back, I'm like, I understand her completely, because everybody else is going to continue living their lives, and you're going to stay with that suppressed emotion that you kept. I'm going to read you a little passage from David Hawkins in his book Letting Go Again. He says, to help clarify the role of emotions in interpersonal relationships, a quick way of learning is to presume that the other person is conscious and aware of our inner thoughts and feelings. By doing this, we will not be far from wrong, for they are indeed intuitively aware of our thoughts and feelings. Even if they are not consciously aware at the given moment, they will respond to us as if they knew our inner feelings. This is awesome. So what he's saying here is people are aware of what energy you're taking out on them. So let's say you're intending to lie to someone, sell something to someone by upping the product and kind of lying about it. That person you are selling to ultimately knows deep down inside that it's like a fraud, like you're being a fraud, not only to them but to yourself. And they know it. Like, that person couldn't even sell me on that one because they truly themselves didn't believe in it themselves. They never intended, oh, I'm gonna be heart and soul, I'm gonna give them my authentic self. They just kind of intended, I am gonna get the sale and I will get this sale and that's all I will get. And when they achieve that, they are not happy. Again, it's a very false intention that doesn't get you any happiness because you haven't cleared the emotion there, right? That person thinks that attaining that is going to fulfill something that they're lacking inside. But we all know that when you do a true intention, authentic intention, you will fulfill within, because authentic intentions come from within. They come from an area where, like, it doesn't matter if you give back to me, I'm still going to do it because I intend to do it with all my heart and soul. He goes on to say, if we are still holding the fantasy that other people do not know our thoughts and feelings, just notice that dogs quickly do. Do we really think that human psyche is inferior to that of a dog? If a dog can quickly read our total inner attitude, we can be sure that the intuition of people around us is picking up the same vibration. Again, it's important that we all understand that we've all felt that feeling when someone says a comment and the whole room shuts down. And then you're like, yeah, that was awkward, right? And everybody who has felt that knows we all felt it. And nobody talks about it. Or like, if we do, we're all like, oh, it's awkward, right? Like, that was weird. Like, why did that person behave that way? So basically, now that you know, what intention am I coming with? Like, what intention am I bringing in the table? Like, what am I bringing into the world? Right? Once you identify that, now that you understand how it works, you can make it work for you now. You can go into your retail job and say, I am going to gain hardcore communication skills. I am going to bring the best side in me. I'm going to work whenever there's something going on that brings in a challenge, I'm going to try to work with that, right? When you do that, your manager will automatically see you in a different way. Your manager will know that you come with such a genuine intention and that you're just here to be a game player. You're not here to like push anyone down or push anybody anyway. You're just there to be the best version of you. And that is how you get promotions. That's how you start moving up, because you are being true. I'm going to read you guys one part of this book. It's The Go-Giver. It's by Bob Burg and John David Mann. They are both businessmen. So what they do is they write in story to teach a lesson. They do this for their own businesses. Mind you, while you're at home watching TV and you're being a consumer, the upper class is reading these things, right? While middle classes are just getting whatever they get. They're reading about how to give more, and that's how they get more back. So in this book, he teaches about the law of authenticity. That's what he calls it whenever he trains his people. He said, when you're trying to sell something, your intention can't just be that of money. Intention is just to get money. Sales might not come because that's all you're looking at, right? It's a very one perspective way. And you close many doors. So the concept of the law of authenticity is that you can excel by adding value. So that's the intention that people set up in this business mindset, that you will add value, and that's why people will purchase. So in this one, there's a real estate lady and she can't seem to make any listings. And then she says, what do I do? Like, and her intention was just, I want to make sales. And then after reading about the law of authenticity, or not reading, but she went to a conference about law of authenticity, she realized they said just excel by adding value. And then she says, there was not one single solitary shred of or ounce of value I could think of that little insignificant little Deborah Davenport could add. After a year of trying, I had proven I had no professional value whatsoever. What I had to offer these clients was nothing. So you see, her intention was, I'm gonna make sales, but I bring nothing into the plate, right? Again, what is she looking at? Her false intention was just money. She paused. That Sunday evening, I made up my mind. It was time to quit. And she goes on to talk about how she has one listing made. And she says she went the next morning and she had already the prospect waiting for her. And she said in her head, it's already over. Like, she was ready to quit. So what the heck? I just let myself have a good time with her. I let go of all techniques. She chattered, talked about everything and anything. Silly stuff. I couldn't tell you for sure whether I had ever even told her what the asking price was. It was the most unprofessional, sloppy, irresponsible, disgraceful sales presentation in the history of real estate. She held up both hands in attitude of exasperation, as if, what a ditz, huh? And of course, she bought the house. And so again, you see how false intentions and the way you perceive, like if you intend, I'm a failure, you're gonna get that, right? So important that we realize, and it's okay if you think that. Again, that comes back with my last video in clearing emotions, right? When you do feel those false intentions, just clear that emotion that makes you feel that false intention, that you need that money, that you need to be showing up, that you need that. Just clear it up. And so she says she learned something that day, that when I said that my life as a mom, wife, and household manager left me with nothing the marketplace wanted, I was wrong. There was something else I'd learned over those years, and that was how to be a friend, how to care, how to make people feel good about themselves. And that, my friends, is something the marketplace wants very much, always has, and always will. You see? So she realized that if her intention was just to be a friend and come into her workplace being a friend, then she brought an authentic self out, right? She cleared any feeling that she was not worthy of those sales. She cleared all of that. And then she said, now I'm going to intend for good things, because I have cleared that.
I am not perfect. And
now that you know how intending works for you, I want you guys to go out and practice. Again, this is just from books I've read, from my personal experience, and you guys always practice this and let me know how it works out for you guys. This is not really a technique. This is just true talk to yourself. This is like a moment where you get to be authentic and true to yourself, and these things are done in private the majority of the time, I recommend, because you get to be more authentic. And in front of people, you might show a false to yourself. So again, let's keep on intending for better things for ourselves. Any questions, you guys, just comment down below. Topics you want me to touch on, also comment down below. What is your true intention wherever you are now? Are you intending for something that will help you out in the long run? Are you intending for something that's not true to yourself? Be kind to yourself, you guys. Go forth and conquer, you guys. Take care. Bye.